49ers, and you got Joe there on the other screen. Hopefully, JT is a question mark, but hopefully he planning on joining us later on in the stream if we don't finish up too quick, because he might not make it. But
it's questionable.
He a game time decision.
Well, the game's already started.
Oh, right, the game's yeah, you're right. He questionable or probable. Oh, Lord.
We don't want a snap count. Really, we don't want
to. All right, we're going to recap this thing because last week was a week. And I made...
We're both bad this week. We're both like, hey, like, what the fuck happened with my team?
It started off with me, and then I was like, hold up. I need the Cowboys to beat the Bills. I'm like, no.
That's what it was. It was because you needed them to do it.
And
no one's been doing what you needed all year.
Nobody been doing nothing I need them to do.
We've been doing kind of about this for like, what, the last 3 weeks? You've been like, I need them to show up, and they haven't. Just no one's been doing what you want.
No. And then it's mainly my two people in the doggone division. Hell. Because you got Cleveland and freaking Cincinnati keep on winning games. I'm like, those are the two people in the doggone play. The top two wild cards. I'm like, and here my bullshit ass Steelers doing with
talking to him like, hey, I only ask for one thing. I don't ask for much. Just y'all to lose. Like,
yeah.
Ew. All I ask is for my Cowboys to show up every week. They did not decide to do that again.
No, they show up every other week when they home. I don't know what it is about the road. I don't know what it is about the Cowboys in the road. I just don't understand it because the team is talented. And Dak, prior to last week, Dak was an MVP candidate.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to say it's just the road because we also got stomped at home.
By who?
It was the 49ers.
Okay then, exactly. It's the 40 freaking Niners. It's them jokers be...
Yeah, that was early in the year.
Was it? It was before they went on a 3-game losing streak?
I believe so.
Oh. Well, it's the 49ers. Hey, yeah, it is what it is.
There was some time they decided to show up. And then they were like, nah, we're actually good. So we just going to show up every week. Like,
well, that's after they was like, you know what? I'll arguably Pro Bowl, All-Pro, left tackle, Trent Williams. He took a couple of weeks off, got hurt. Debo, you know how I feel about Debo. He's an explosive player, but he's not a great receiver. And he was hurt too. And then, CMC, Christian McCaffrey, he was in and out. He had to, and then Brock was like, oh, it's all on me without all my talented players. I was like, I struggled. Yes, he did. He struggled mightily in those 3 games, and they lost those 3 games. So, and I think they had some injuries on defense as well, too. So, I think like Fred Warner or Drake Greenlaw was hurt. They had maybe somebody in the secondary hurt. So, but yeah, they was beat up during that 3-game losing streak. But then them jokers got healthy, and then it's been all uphill for them jokers. So, but anyway, let's get into it. Last week, week 15, you had one of the most one-sided ass whoopings we've ever seen in the history of NFL. If the Chargers scored one less touchdown, this would have been the worst beatdown ever in the history of NFL. The Chargers lost to the Raiders 63-21. 63-20 on a Thursday night. Listen, the question is to Al Michaels and Kurt Herbstreit, how do you find something to talk about? When it was like 42-0 by half. So what are we gonna talk about? How?
You go into that locker room and your coaches have to get together before they get to go to the field just to be like, what are we gonna say individually when we split up in the group? Because we're not having one of those, hey, everybody come together and let's talk. No. Everybody separate because everyone's been fucking up by themselves. It's like, all right, like receivers go over there, quarterback come over here, everybody fucking go to your coach. What the fuck?
Well, you know how I feel about Brandon Staley. He finally got fired, and they said, you know what, Tom Telesco, you're part of this shit too. Bye. They fired his ass too. I said, bye GM, bye head coach. So, and then JT got mad because they didn't point Kellen Moore. I said, Kellen Moore, listen, he should got his ass fired too. Like, he should got fired too. He calling these damn plays. I'm for real, so I mean, well, I wouldn't appoint his ass as an interim head coach yet either. Hell, if you
It's like, if you ain't seen nothing in him all year that says, hey, I think he can be my head coach, why would you make him your head coach?
I don't know. You only got 3 games left. So, I mean.
So it's like, because I do remember JT did mention, he was like, yeah, like you only got 4 or 3 games left. Well, yeah, 3 games left. It's like, move him up and see what he does or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, if you don't want to see what he does, then y'all are set on, hey, nah, I don't care. Like, we don't believe in you. That's how those things go sometimes.
They need a veteran head coach to come in. That's what they need.
Especially because I'm like, Kellen, like, no offense to Kellen, but I don't look at Kellen and think that he's going to be the one to whip people into shape.
Like, for real.
I just don't.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And then we have, this one hurt my soul. We had Cincinnati beating Minnesota. Hold up. Right, let's move on. Let's go back to the Raiders and the Chargers. This was the week before, week 14. The Raiders scored 0 points. They lost by 3. This is the week after, and they scored 63. They scored 63 more points than what they scored last week. Let's talk. Look,
I know their fan base has to be pissed. Has to be pissed. And this is like, the way you played all year and then you drop 53 on anybody, I'd be pissed. Like, your season's damn over. I'm saying damn near, but your season might be over already. And it's like, all right, now you dropping 63 on people. It's like, what
all
the fuck?
right. Now, Cincinnati versus Cincinnati beat Minnesota 27-24. That one broke my heart. They drove down the field last couple of seconds and scored the game-winning touchdown because they was down by 4, I think. And they scored the game-winning touchdown. I said, what the F? What the F? So, yeah, I ain't got much to say about that. Ain't got much to say about that at all. The Colts. The Colts beat the brakes off the Steelers.
Not the break.
The brakes. The brakes off the Steelers. The game wasn't even this close. Listen. The Steelers was winning the game 13-0. By the end of in the first half, not the first half. It was before halftime. It was the Steelers was winning this game. They was winning before in the first quarter. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, first quarter they were winning 13. At the end of the first, they were winning 13-0. Tell me how.
You're thinking the middle of the second. Middle of the second quarter.
They literally scored 14 points in the second quarter to go up 14-13 at half. And then it was a shit show from there because they scored 10 points in the third and they scored 6 points in the fourth. And I'm like, and then Mike Tomlin finally, Lord, decided to bench Mitchell Trubisky. Finally. But Mason don't have no connection with the damn, the doggone receivers. So he was out there the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Mitch was throwing the interceptions that Mitch, well, one of them, I don't blame on Mitch. Because I'm going to talk about the receivers in a little bit. George Pickens, I'm talking about his old wannabe Randy Moss or Jamar Jefferson. I said Jamar, but I said Jamar. Jamar. I missed two people into one. I meant Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. I'm trying to see. I'm missing both of them. See, he want to be all these. He want to be the guy. He want to be those type of guys. But his ass, the interception that he caught, that the guy caught on his ass, he missed I can make these one-handed fancy catch, but you had a jump ball on a dude that was on your back. You boxed his ass out, and you couldn't even make a jump catch. The dude went, he literally, the doggone safety moused him to catch the doggone ball. And you know what he did? Paul, I'm gonna go to the sideline, and I'm just gonna give up for the rest of the game, and I'm not gonna block anymore. Take your ass somewhere else. Nobody don't feel like dealing with that shit, like for real. And I just want you to know that there's 31 other teams who got film of your sorry ass doing this crazy crap on the sideline and on the field. Nobody wants your ass if you ain't gonna block. Nobody cares how talented your ass is. Well, some people do. But at the same time, nobody gonna tolerate it.
Well, some people talked about this last week. It was like, nah, it's one of those things where it's like, listen, if your thought process is you don't want to be in Pittsburgh anymore, it's gonna be hard for you to go anywhere else when you play and act like this. Ain't nobody gonna look at your film this year and be like, all right, well, when you're not getting the ball, you don't do shit.
Right.
You don't give a block for more than a second. You don't sit a look. You don't even go in front of nobody and throw your hands up and nothing like that. It's like you're just on the field.
Yes.
Like,
just
not
a
distraction because you haven't been catching this year. So it's like, why are you here?
So yeah, and like everybody wants Mike Tomlin to be fired. And I said, I don't know if this is on Mike Tomlin. And like when he allows all this stuff, I'm like, I don't know. Like you draft players to play based off the talent and the evaluation. You can't help what they do once they get in your facility. Like the players that they've drafted are talented. They're really good talents.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't help a guy who's not, if he don't get the ball, he pouts. That's like you could try to talk to him, you could try to coach him up and all that stuff, but that's a person issue, a character issue. Like for real. Like seriously. But everybody want Mike Tomlin fired. And I said Mike Tomlin over the past 5 years, Mike Tomlin has made it work with less talent, the least amount of talent he's probably ever had in his head coaching career. The last 5 years. So I don't get what people are talking about.
I'm like right now, who are you calling their leader on the field?
Oh, we're gonna talk offensively. That's the question. Because defense, because I'm gonna talk about defense because switch over to defense because defensively, I think the defense is it's okay. I'm gonna say it's okay. It's the highest paid defense in the league, but they're not playing like it. I think a big reason is because the inside linebacker, your captain, your main guy went down. Cole Holcomb went down early, and the defense hasn't been the same since he went down. And Patrick Peterson ain't what we thought he was. He's older. He's getting burnt a lot. Levi Wallace don't know how to cover slants. He don't know how to cover anything that's not a straight line down the field. If it's anything like a curl or a slant or whatever, a hitch and go, he getting burnt. It is what it is. JPJ is young. He get a lot of pass interference called because he handsy. He got to play better. He's a rookie. You'll tolerate it because he make big plays sometimes. He reminds me of a young Richard Jefferson. Richard. I said Richard Jefferson. I'm sorry, Richard Sherman. He reminds
Okay.
he reminds me of a young Richard Sherman. Richard Jefferson plays in the NBA.
Yeah,
Played.
I was just saying, like, he's a basketball player. And I was like, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy.
I mean, Richard Sherman. He reminds me of a young Richard Sherman. That's what he reminds me of. So, it's give and take. I think he'll be a lot better after this year. But I mean, it's a lot. Like three. I know 3 losses in a row does not look good at all. But I mean, we're still in the thick of the playoffs. That's the crazy thing about it. People talking about let's lose the last 3 games. I'm like, listen.
Why? Like, try to win them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not on that ship. I'm just not on that ship. I think we need to bring in a veteran or draft a rookie within the first 2 rounds, a rookie quarterback within the first 2 rounds. I think we need to hire Mike Munchak, the offensive line guru, back to get the best out of these guys. I think we need to retool the whole offensive line, including the quarterback. The only person that's safe on that offense to me that should be is Jalen Warren. Everybody else subject to get traded or get let go. Everybody else, offensive line, quarterback, receivers, all of y'all are subject to get let go, except one person that should be safe on the offense. And that's Jalen Warren. Trade Najee for a second or first round pick. Trade Deontay for a third or fourth round. Trade trade George for a first or second, or even a third, or a second and a third, or a third and a fourth, whatever. Trade his ass. Bring more competitive competition for the offensive line. Draft the next big center. I mean, we got to do something this offseason because, man, right now this offense looking boo-boo. The secondary, we hurt on defense. I mean, and this nothing against the Indianapolis Colts as well, because Shane Steichen is doing a good job, a really good job, especially since what's his name, the rookie quarterback they drafted out of Florida, the 4th round. Ever since I forgot his name, gosh, it's not coming to me, but ever since he got hurt and got put on IR for the rest of the season, my homeboy, what's his name? Gardner Minshew has been doing really, really, really well. So, and I don't think they're gonna be in any rush to. They shouldn't be in. They should not be in any rush to start him come next season because they should be a legit quarterback competition. If his name Anthony Richardson should not be handed the job as starting quarterback next year, especially if Gardner Minshew could get the Indianapolis Colts into the playoffs. Period.
I think that's very fair. It's always weird to me when I see like somebody's rookie or backup come in and really start doing real well, and the team do real well. But then when your original starter comes back, it's automatic we throw him back in. It's like, were they doing as good
prior to?
Yeah, prior to the secondary guy coming in. Because if not, that person needs to sit on the bench while they're healthy. Let them sit on the bench and see somebody else might take your job. Like regardless of, hey man, we didn't like that you got injured. Like it's not that you did anything wrong, you got injured. But at the same time, understand that hey, you got to be all cylinders when you come back. Because if you're not, we do have someone who can do the job. Right. I don't like that a lot of. I understand loyalty and I understand, hey, you want to put who you paid out there, but at the same time, it's got to be an understanding that what brings me closer to the chance of getting a championship.
Most definitely. All right. What up?
Hey.
You look like shit.
Sorry, everyone. I'm a little late.
All right, on to the next one because this was the game. One of the games I needed to. I needed Detroit. I needed Detroit to win. Detroit blew out the Broncos, which I was happy about. 42-17, and I don't know if y'all saw what's his name? The head coach of the Denver Broncos, Sean Payton, got mad. He was cussing Russell Wilson out because I think he had a false start on himself. How the hell he got a false start on himself or something like that? But he was mad as hell. He was MFing the hell out of Russell. I think on the sideline because he was red hot.
Yeah, I don't think a quarterback can get a false start.
Well, they've been emphasizing like sudden movement for like false starts. There's pointed emphasis this year. So
fair enough, I guess.
But I'm not sure. But he was MFing. He was mad as hell. Showing up. But
like a quarterback allowed to do whatever he wants before that ball snap. He can go everywhere.
But Russell did.
Russell
did something, and it pisses him off. So, but yeah. Atlanta Falcons lose to the Panthers 9-7.
And this is, you remember last week, I think, we were, I don't remember if it was on stream or we were just talking, where I was just talking about the fact that, like, I don't always understand, like, how standings work for, like, when you're getting into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because before the Cowboys game even started, they were like, and the Cowboys are in the playoffs because the Falcons lost. And I was like, what? I'm like,
I don't know. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it. I don't think you've seen it, Brody, but you have Airways Basketball when they're talking about, like, if this team beats this team, then this will happen, and then this will happen, and then people are going to have, like, consecutive sack races to figure it out. And it's like, it's so confusing between, like, and also however they select the college championship and stuff like that. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me either.
We ain't talking about college. We're talking about
the college was like a committee thing or something like that. So I was like, they're supposed to have some actual, like, structure. They're not, we like these 4 teams. Because that's what it sounds like the college did. They were like, hey, these are the 4 teams that we like. We told y'all we going to put in who we want. Like, we told y'all there's extenuating circumstances. We can tell you no.
Yeah, like, basically, that's basically what they said. But yeah.
I was just using that as an example, saying, like, I don't understand how that one works either. You know what I mean? Like, that one's
But we're talking about the NFL, bro.
Well, it still was easy to bring up because it's like, if you came through and told me for some reason the NFL was like, at any given moment, we could just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all are in the playoffs. And they're like, no, Falcons, you're in the playoffs. And you're like, hey, well, that's how it goes. Like, all right, well, I guess I get that. It's bullshit, but I get it.
Right. The wild card, like, you'll have 2 teams that have the exact same record, but one team's in the wild card and the other team's not.
And then you got to go through and be like, oh, you lost to this team in week 3, but they beat them in week 7. So it
goes to, I think it comes down to conference wins. If you're a tie, it comes down to conference wins.
I'm sure there's a sheet of paper out there that could explain all of it to me.
I'm pretty sure.
PowerPoint presentation that.
You can give me a PowerPoint, Brody? All right, I'm down.
No, I'm saying there probably is one somewhere.
Okay, I thought you were saying you were gonna make one for me. I was like, yeah, just like back at school.
All right. Well, on the way, moving on.
Dino probably has it.
Yeah, probably do. Yep, Dean. All righty. Moving on to these Brownies. The Brownies beat Chicago, 2017. Justin Fields threw this Hail Mary, and the people, you know how people bet the ball down right when it's in his end zone.
Right.
But one of the Darnell Mooney, the receiver from Chicago, was on the ground. It hit him in his chest, and then it bounced off his chest, and he kicked it, and they lost the game just like that. He had a chance to catch the ball, and he caught it, and then they just threw out his freaking hand. It's like,
the only thing about that is, you know, he's getting shit from his team.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, it was also a freak moment. So it's like,
hit you in your chest, man. They hit you in your chest.
So you're laying on the ground.
Yeah, why he's laying on the ground?
I'm out. He's like, I have no chance of helping anything. I'm on the ground. And then the ball hit him in the chest. And he's like, that probably looked bad.
Man, somehow Miles Garrett is not. I think he's like in fourth right now in like the Las Vegas voting for like a defensive player of the year. That blows my mind that he's in fourth place.
Well, TJ should be number one, and then
Not. Micah's number one right now in Vegas.
hold up, I was just about to get that. I said TJ should be number one, and then Micah should be number two.
Yeah, they have it backwards for some reason. I don't know why.
I think the only reason they have it like that is because they love to talk about pressures instead of actual stat sheets this year.
Which is weird because they didn't talk about it a lot in previous years. It's just like
pressures are important though. It's very important
for sure because pressures they make you the quarterback throw a bad pass, interception, whatnot. But it's like I'd rather have the guy that's hitting the quarterback getting in there and getting the sack
You're not always gonna get the sacks though.
That's true.
You might want to get a headset because you keep going in and out too, JT. Even when nobody's talking.
Oh, give me 1 second.
But all right, moving on to another crazy, disappointing game. We had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beat Green Bay 34-20. Baker Mayfield just won him another multi-million-dollar contract, probably for 4 years. Getting paid. He gonna get paid by the Buccaneers. If not, I'm gonna highly recommend his ass come to Pittsburgh. So I don't care. I can deal with.
Did you say 40 years they're gonna sign him? 40?
Four.
Oh, I thought he said 40 years. I was like, that's never mind. Man's never gonna have to leave.
Four.
Gonna be on the bench for 11 years, but
but he'll be there. He got a job.
So yep. Yeah, Green Bay look bad. Everybody talking about they need to fire a defense coordinator, but the head coach Matt LaFleur said that he ain't firing defense coordinator. So.
Well, I mean, if the general manager decides to fire him, nothing Matt can really say, right?
Yep.
Or if the owners decide to fire him, nothing really Matt can say.
No.
It's focused on what he said. He said, I ain't firing him.
That's Matt. He said, he's like, listen, man, I stuck to my word. I didn't fire you. It's not my fault.
I was in the meeting where you got fired. I didn't fire you.
And I'm not going to lie, I didn't speak up for you, but I didn't fire you.
That's true. All right. We got a blowout. We got a shutout. This next game, there is a shutout. The sometimey-ass Miami Dolphins, sometimey-asses, shutout New York Jets.
The Jet? Yeah.
30-0.
It's not saying a lot shutting out the Jets, scoring 30 on the Jets.
No.
It's saying a lot.
Shutting out any team is saying a lot. It's the NFL.
You can't even get a field goal? It's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Just
That's
like
saying something for Miami's defense too, because Miami's defense for the season has been sometimey, like you said.
So that was an interesting one. This was another interesting game too. I thought New York would do better, but the Saints ended up beating New York Giants 24-6.
Yeah, they're kind of stinking them too. I wasn't expecting it to be like that.
I was hoping Tommy DeVito would do something.
He's been good too. DeVito has been the last 5 games, and he won 5 in a row, something like that, 4 in a row, some shit. So he's been playing really good as a quarterback. He's not been throwing interceptions. He hasn't fumbled the ball. He's not trying to force it where he's you can't force it to. But I think he's part of the mob.
Maybe.
No, he's just funded by it.
Oh, my bad, man. He's funded by the mob. Listen, you come and you work for us, and we'll get you to the NFL.
That way when they put him on the stand, he's like, I don't know anything what you're talking about.
I just play football, man. I just play football.
This next game was a really good one. Tennessee loses to Tennessee loses to the Texans. There you go. So the Texans beat the Titans 19-16 in a close one. In OT.
Do you know what Derrick Henry's average yard per carry was in that game?
What?
3.3. It was the lowest he has averaged in the past 2 seasons in a game.
That's interesting. But then again, that's not surprising because every here and there, at least usually for one, because the averages they skew. Because you can have like 2 big long runs, and that can skew your average, and you could be like, and those 2 big long runs could be like 40 or like a 20, and that can really skew the numbers. And you could probably average rest of your game 3 yards. So you'd be like, oh no, he averaged for this game 5 yards per carry, and I'm like, no, he didn't. He had 2
No, he broke off one really long one, and he did okay the rest of the game.
Exactly. So, but yeah, that was another interesting one.
Are we looking at the same game?
Yeah.
It looks like Derrick Henry at 16 carries for 9 yards.
Oh, what game were you looking at?
Maybe it wasn't there. I knew it was low. Maybe so it was less than 3.3. He averaged less than a yard per carry.
What did I tell you about this? I knew. See, remember, Jordan. Remember?
1 second. You're thinking of Tajay Spears. Those are his stats.
Oh, okay. My bad.
See, I told you about this shit.
Now you can
look. I told his ass. I told his ass about this shit, about skewing numbers without looking up the data first. I told his ass, I told your ass about this shit. I told you. I said, quit skewing numbers talking out the side of your neck. And here you are doing that shit. I should have looked it up my own damn self like Jordan. Jordan no. See,
okay,
I ain't trusting shit you say.
It's the lowest game that he's averaged in 2 seasons?
No, I ain't listening to shit you say.
I only look at the game stats, so I don't know what's that.
And to be fair, I was like 3.3, I knew, it wasn't like I was like, these are his exact fucking numbers.
Nah!
I know them for a fact.
I don't care. I ain't listening to nothing you have to say no more. The Chiefs beat the doggone Patriots 27-17. Kadarius Toney and their receiving group still look like shit. Travis Kelce ain't looking too damn good either. They might have a first round exit this year, depending on the matchup, because none of the receivers nor Travis Kelce look good. Their offense does not look that good. I'm just saying. Anyway.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of been true for them all year. They ain't look great.
But Travis Kelce said, nah, I'm good too. I'm gonna not look as perfect anymore. Now that I'm in love, I found love, and I might retire this offseason. Just so y'all know, y'all might have to find my replacement this offseason because I found love with Tay Swift. So anyway, you know the saying they say.
I don't know if saying retirement love, but
well, he been talking about retirement though lately. So the saying is once you start talking about it, you might as well.
Is that the saying?
They said that's the saying, yeah. Once you start talking about it, your mindset is pretty much at retirement. You might give it another season just to see if you could do it. You might win.
Oh, you were saying this was an NFL, they say that.
Yeah, NFL say, yeah. This was
talking about retirement for 10 years now.
No.
I'll go out on
top. Anyway, the Niners. The Niners beat the Cardinals 45-29. The Cardinals.
Brock Purdy's probably going to win the MVP.
The Cardinals scored 29 points. That's why I took out this game.
That's what you took from the Cardinals scored 29?
Yep, on that great defense.
Yeah? I'd say something.
I mean, they didn't look too bad early, but they didn't keep it up.
They couldn't finish.
Yeah,
Brock finished with 4 touchdowns. Christian finished with 3. Those are stats you can actually check, and it's actually accurate too, brother man. with, with that being
Brock
said,
Purdy, over in Vegas, Brock Purdy is projected to be the MVP, and you can look at that stat.
nobody gives a shit. You just going off what the commentators say.
I didn't even watch the game, so how can I do that?
Anyway, LA Rams. The Rams beat Washington 28-20. It's the it's the Commanders. What you want me to say? They rebuild mode. Y'all got anything?
Not that game.
Oh no, we're gonna skip this game and we're gonna go to the next 2 games.
There's no reason to skip it.
Yes, it is. Hold up, because I want you to get it off your chest. Tell us how you really feel. We're gonna skip that game. Baltimore beat Jacksonville 23-7. Not much to say about that. Baltimore been on a winning streak. They've been on the streak. They probably gonna get the number 1 seed in the AFC. They've been looking good. Both sides of the ball and in special team. So all 3 phases of the game, Baltimore
The Ravens look good, and Jacksonville hasn't really lived up to anything that we thought they were going to be at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they might lose the doggone division. Hell.
Yeah, I think Baltimore's probably gonna win out the rest of the season.
No, they're probably gonna lose to Pittsburgh though. Last game. What? What's so funny? It's not funny.
Why you make a face like you clearly fouled somebody in an NBA game and they called it on you and yo like
what me? What's so funny?
You immediately was like, I didn't do anything. Like you broke on somebody.
What? I just said they probably gonna lose against Pittsburgh. They are. They probably will. They rather gonna one or two things gonna happen. They're gonna rest their starters, or Pittsburgh's just gonna shut down Baltimore offense. I mean, it happens. We did it earlier this year, so.
I love how positive you are for your team.
No, first of all, you have to rewatch the show. Second of all, I'm not positive about my team. I'm just.
You were here from the beginning. We were both very sad about what happened to our team this week. So you weren't there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Anyway, on to the next game. Seattle versus Philly. Seattle beats Philly 20-17. Bradbury got paid all that money and he sucked like Chuck. So
he sucked like Chuck.
Sucked like Chuck. Not stuck, but sucked. Because he's terrible. He got matched up against Jackson Smith-Njigba, who is by far one of the slowest receivers in the league. He's a great route runner, but he's slow. So there's no way in hell that he should beat you on a deep route.
I cut a deep route now. I can't help you. I was about to say he got hit with all the witnesses.
I don't, yeah. But
they can witness the walk-ups here.
Yeah.
He's the high step. But
he was doing forfeit lunges out there.
But yeah, Drew Lock went to DK 3 times on his behind. He's like, oh, Bradbury matched up with DK. We're going to DK. Oh, he's matched up against DK. DK. Oh, he matched up against DK. DK. And then, he's matching up with our rookie. We like our rookie in this situation. Jackson, there you go. Touchdown, we win.
I mean, a couple of those was, hey, he's matched up with DK and they got help over the top. I'm still going with DK.
That's true.
That's line drive. DK said, nah, it's on me. Like, They talked to Drew Lock after the game, and he was like, I started looking at him like, hey, if you 1-on-1, I'm going. He's like, I know.
Speaking of that was boy. I love that clip. I love the clip. That he let it out. He let it loose. He talked about it, and it was very emotional. And I was like, man, I appreciate that. I like, he was just, it was an emotional clip. I recommend anybody, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look at his post game clip after that win. It was a great clip. I highly recommend
it. I didn't know if I was going to play today. Yeah. I was hoping I was going to play, but eventually I was like, you know what? Keep the mindset, you're going to play.
Right. He was just talking about his team.
He showed up and showed out. So.
He was talking about how happy he was for his teammates. And, those moments, are big. That was a big moment. Man, he drove down the field to score the game-winning touchdown, throw the game-winning touchdown. Like, he was balling.
And, 2 fourth down conversions on that?
I think so. But, all right, Jordan. Unfortunately, the Bills destroyed the Dallas Cowboys in Buffalo. The floor is yours.
So I'm gonna start off by asking a question. This year, as far as our offense, what's our offense been known for? Is it a
high energy
or is it a pass?
No. Passing.
Passing. Now, let's say early on in a game,
I'm throwing with left hand.
You almost immediately get behind too high safety and you miss that. You missed it. You missed them. It's okay. It's early in the game. Why the fuck do you never do it again?
Jordan cussing on this show. Oh, Lord, no.
How does that make any sense? And then, when you look at it, and you're like, okay, you ran a bunch. And you go down. And you look. They used to do this a lot when you watch games. You're like, hey, look at all these people in the box. Tell me why the entire defense for the Bills was allowed to just chill in the box and have 2 high safeties 30 yards off the ball, and we're not doing anything in the passing game. We're going underneath. We're doing screens.
Well, it looked like Dak was being rushed a lot. Like he was trying to just throw into a check down because how many times did he get sacked with 3?
What do you do when that happens? You throw a fucking slant.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, run slants. You got 4 pretty fast receivers.
All you need to do is get behind them once and actually catch that. Your linebackers have to back up. You can't now rush because it's very easy to hit a quick slant. You have very fast players. But no, you were like, they're all in the box. Tony Pollard got it. He didn't.
So are you blaming Dak or are you blaming
Mike?
You're right. Well, as a quarterback, shouldn't Dak be able to recognize that and call audible?
When your play is a run, and then your other 3 options are also run, or your check down or your audible is a screen out, and all your options are 3 yards behind the backfield, which I don't know if y'all have noticed, don't work for the Cowboys. I don't know why it's never worked for us, but the backwards pass, the screen stuff, it's never really worked for us.
Like the bubble screens?
Yeah, there's been a couple of times where the bubble screen and there's a couple of times where a normal screen but that quick out 3 yards behind and trying to have them make something out of that, it's never worked for us. The end around, the fucking wide receiver end around, that's not us. You throw the ball downfield, that's what works for us. And the fact that we didn't do it all game is why I'm sitting here and like, I'm mad about us getting stomped, but at the same time I'm looking, I'm like, what was the game plan coming in? Because I couldn't understand it. Go ahead.
The offense line, how you feel about that?
With them being healthy and then immediately having someone get hurt, that hurt a lot just seeing that. And I was like, all right, especially it being Zach Martin. Zach Martin went down and they fell apart a little bit. But at the same time,
Did they have?
Tyler, huh?
I'm sorry. I said they held their own, right?
Everyone but Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith, from what he's shown this year, is really good. I don't think he played at his level this game.
Okay.
And that's a compliment, but kind of like not, because it's like, we've seen you be great.
Right.
You weren't even good this week. But I do think they very much held their own. But with how heavy they wanted to be on the run and how much underneath stuff they wanted to try to do, you had to come in and have an O-line that would push them back 3 yards off the ball.
Right.
They weren't doing that. So it's like...
Yeah. They looked a lot like week 1, 2, 3. Cowboys. They weren't really like trying to throw the long ball. They weren't trying to throw the slants. They weren't trying to throw any posts or anything like that. They were trying to throw like 10 yards or behind the line of scrimmage, like you were saying, a lot of runs. Go ahead, Ernest.
What football did you watch?
The thing is, that's what they said in the original, like, beginning of the year. They're like, hey, we want to get back to being a run-heavy team. And I was like, who asked you for that?
Look at him. You see his face?
Well, because literally weeks 1, 2, and 3, they weren't throwing the ball past 15 yards at all. They were doing bubble screens. They were doing slants. They were running the ball a lot. It's exactly what I saw in this game.
Did you look at the game?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I saw bubble screens. I saw them running. I saw
I
no
asked the
slants. I
question.
saw no deep passes.
I asked a question. I said, did you look at the game? And you got quiet.
And Brody was talking.
No, you wouldn't. Don't lie. Don't lie like that.
And I was also confused because literally it was the exact same team that they did in week 1, 2, and 3. So did you look at the game?
Me? I looked at half the game. I looked at half the game. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, I looked at half the
Okay,
game.
I watched the game, so why are you asking me?
Because you don't watch football. Look, you made the statement. You didn't look at no football. So how can you watch a game if you
that was last week. I watched games. I watched games on Sunday on my birthday. None of y'all told me happy birthday on.
Listen,
Jordan said,
That's an excuse,
Jordan said he felt like
an NPC. I know.
I still don't know what I did Saturday. Like, I really, like, when you said what have you been doing, I honestly didn't do shit on Saturday. I was awake the whole day. So,
you just lay in your bed and do nothing.
I didn't tell you.
But anyway, back to the game. And I forgot. Straight up. I was like, oh shoot. The 17th was Sunday. Oh crap. It's Wednesday.
Like, when I saw that, I was like, what are you talking about? That's next week. And I was like, oh shit, no.
But talk about defense before we move on.
Oh god, it was bad. There are so many holes.
In different area codes, area.
There's so many holes in that defense. Like the run game, like their running defense was so bad.
Oh Lord.
I don't know what that is. That happens like twice a year.
Yeah.
It's just could not stop a run in the game.
You know what they did?
Didn't matter who was running the ball either. Like everyone just 4 yards, 3 yards, 7 yards. Didn't matter who had the fucking ball. And it's like, guys, load the box. You know they're probably gonna run on you. Load the fucking box.
You know what? They let James Cook. Shout out to Pat McAfee for coming up with let James cook, and James was cooking. He was definitely cooking. He cooked the shit out of the doggone Cowboy defenders. Just like the backup running backs was cooking the shit out of the Steelers defense. the Cowboy getting their ass cooked.
You ain't even have to do that shot.
right, I quit. I'm through.
Why would throw shots at your own team? Like,
That's what it
Right?
is.
That's crazy.
30 minutes later, still throwing shots.
All right, but yeah, I need the Cowboys to win. They disappoint.
Yeah, because now they need to win out because
Well, hell,
Eagles got an easy ass schedule.
we'll see. The hell, they did lose to Seattle.
And that's like it's not like the NFC East game, but that's an NFC game, right? So that means they were knocked down in division. So are the Cowboys in first now?
Nope,
The
Cowboys
were
in.
in first up the beginning of
Oh, they were? Okay. So Cowboys are still in first?
No,
Yeah,
hell no.
that's
One
how
of
our
them lost.
conversation goes.
Y'all two just talked over each other. I have no idea what either one of you said.
But
One at a time.
originally, when I was talking about I'm not understanding how standings work,
Right.
because when the Cowboys and the Eagles got the same record last week, I was like, okay, they have the same record. Why did the Cowboys become the number one instead of the Eagles?
Right.
And I was like, the only thing that I could think of was they beat you last. It was like the Cowboys beat y'all last, so they went up above you. And I was like,
Right.
that's the only thing I could think of. But that's not here nor there. Right now, the Cowboys are in the number one, if I remember right.
Nope.
Okay.
The 49ers is
No?
number one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in the division.
Oh, in the
In the
division.
NFC East.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
In the division, yeah.
Yeah, and in the NFC, the 49ers are number one, right? Like full NFC. Yeah.
Or
Cowboys are two.
they might do point the differentiate. I can't even say the doggone word. Point
Differential?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And that's probably what they go based on because they have played each other twice. So, with that being said, on to week 16. All right, let's move on through this. Woo, because I got to upload the video and then I got to go check in the house with the wife and babies. So, we got,
You got
all right, we got Rams. And we got Rams and Saints. Thursday.
Rams. Give me the Rams. Yeah.
Saints had one good week. They ain't having another one.
Can't go back to back.
I'm going to go Rams, too. We got.
But I ain't hoping the Saints.
You going for the Saints?
I'm hoping for them.
Oh.
I don't like the Rams. Let's go. I don't like them.
You not like McVay?
Nah.
Now you don't like him or no? That's not the problem.
No, I don't like the Rams. I really don't know why I don't like the Rams. I just don't.
Because they left St. Louis? They just left them? Just left that?
St. Louis? What?
What? Because they just up and left St. Louis. That's so rude. Now St. Louis doesn't have a team. You're just Illinois.
Who cares? You know what they do with St. Louis?
Brody don't care about his fellow man. What's the next game?
We got Steelers and Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, let's see.
I said I wasn't going to pick the Steelers again this year.
Are you going to pick them?
With that being said, the Chargers versus the Bills.
You got to take a team.
Even I ain't got to do shit. If you want, you can take my phrase. You got to do shit, but stay black and
I'm hoping that the Steelers win, but the way things been looking, we might not. That's all I'm gonna say. And I did say I wasn't gonna pick the Steelers, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But I'm hoping and praying that I'm wrong. I hope that the Steelers win, though.
Listen, I ain't gonna bet on you, but I ain't gonna bet against you.
Right. Then we got the Chargers and Buffalo.
I'll take Buffalo.
We'll take Buffalo too.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what? No. What the hell I'm talking about? I need the Buffalo to lose. Yeah, I'm choosing the Chargers. Chargers. I need Buffalo to lose. Chargers. Yeah. I don't give a damn.
I think the Bills gotta win out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they do.
So does
If they want to make it
Steelers.
to the wild card.
So do the Steelers. We all got to win at this point here.
We are.
Man,
So, yep, Chargers need Chargers to win. Need Steelers to win. But I'm not picking the Steelers. Well, I'm picking. I hope they win. Anyway, we got Atlanta and Indianapolis. I'm picking Atlanta. Come on, Atlanta. I need you to
I'm
win.
taking Indy. Gardner looks good, man. I'm taking Indy.
The wise choice is to pick Indy. But I need
Is Taylor going to be back in this game?
Who?
I don't think he's coming back this game.
He
Jonathan Taylor, he ain't coming back in this game, is
He
he?
might.
I thought they said playoffs, but he might be back in this one. Who knows?
I know.
If he comes back, definitely the Colts if he comes back.
I know Zach Moss is hurt as well. So.
Oh damn. Still taking the Colts.
Fair enough. Cool. I need them to lose, so I'm not taking them. You got Bryce Young versus Jordan Love.
Give me Jordan Love.
I thought you were about to make a joke and say Bryce Young versus the Green Bay because he ain't got no help. Oh.
Hey, it's Young Love.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That was a good one. I like that.
It was there, and I hate it.
I like that. That was a good one.
I am going Packers, bro.
I am.
Oh.
I'm going Packers too. Who you going with, JT?
I thought I took it.
You picking the tie?
Yeah, that's what. I'm gonna take the tie. Give me that. give me the tie at 21-21 or 24-24. Yeah, that's what I'm taking.
Nah.
Yep.
We're almost at two different numbers.
Almost.
All right. With that being said, CJ Stroud most likely out. He's likely to be out this game against Tennessee, the Titans. I said, yeah, the Texans. There you go. The Texans versus the Browns. Yeah, I need.
I'm going Browns.
I'm gonna go Browns too.
Why? I need. I need both teams to lose. Technically, I need both teams to lose.
Take the tie.
You're taking the tie.
Yeah, you're taking the tie in this one.
If you're taking the tie, you gotta say a score.
Nah, F that.
These are rules.
The rules we just arbitrarily made up.
Right.
It's like little kids create a game. You know how it goes.
Cleveland. I'm taking Cleveland.
All right.
Got Minnesota and Detroit.
I'm gonna take the Lions. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Lions.
I don't know. The Lions been iffy this year. I'm taking Minnesota.
I'll take the Vikings on that.
Detroit's been up and down. I'm not saying that they won't win, but because they do have the better team, but they've been up and down.
But so the Vikings, though.
The Vikings got a winning record.
I mean, kinda.
Listen, the Vikings love to be in ugly games, and the Lions love to lose ugly games. So.
That's true.
All right.
Let's still take Lions.
We got the Jets versus the Commanders.
Oh, talk about an ugly game.
I'm taking the tie.
You gotta take a score. You gotta take a score.
I'm going 16.
See, that's a weird score.
Yeah.
So, I think you have to get a safety to get 16.
I'm going Washington.
Both kickers get injured, so they gotta go for two.
I'm going with Washington.
Man.
No, it not.
Man.
No, it not.
I'm gonna take the Jets.
I'm gonna take Jets too. I'm taking the Jets too.
They got shut out last game, and they're probably pissed. They lost 30-0. That defense, I feel like, is about to punch someone in the mouth.
And that's why I'm gonna choose because
They can still lose.
You got Tennessee versus the Seahawks.
Seahawks are coming off of a big win, man. I think I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Depending on if the rookie quarterback for the Titans, Will Levis, play, because I don't trust in Ryan Tannehill. So I'm gonna take the safe option and go Geno Smith.
I don't understand how Ryan Tannehill still has a job.
The same way Mitchell Trubisky has a job.
I get, yeah, you're right. I think Mitch is a worse quarterback than Tannehill.
You might be right.
I was going to say something, and then you just did, and I was like, all right, well, there you have it.
Well, I was just like, he's not wrong. I was like, that's the best goddamn argument I've ever heard.
So much that I was like, what game were we talking about? I didn't. I'm a bit confused.
All right. Oh, let's take the Seahawks.
All right. You got the Buccaneers versus Jaguars.
The Buccaneers are looking a lot better this year than I thought, man. I'm gonna take the Bucks.
With you and with the Bucks, Baker Mayfield over Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, Jaguars are kind of been a disappointment, so I'm taking Bucks.
All right. We got
How's his ankle doing? I wonder. I know he went out 2 weeks ago with that high ankle sprain.
Well, he tried to play last week. I think he tried to play last week. So
did he play? I thought he came out with the third quarter. I thought something like that.
Probably did. Probably. I know he started the game at least.
Yeah.
You got Bears and Cardinals.
You're the Cardinals.
I'm gonna go Cardinals too.
Their offense looked. I think the Cardinals' offense looked pretty good last week against 49ers. So.
I think they'll find a way to shit the bed. I'll give it the Bears.
Fair enough. You got Miami Dolphins versus the Cowboys. Give me Miami.
The Cowboys. I hope the Cowboys are going to come back and win. I mean, that defense has. I don't know who's going to guard Cheetah though. Like if they just run him out in a post and fucking. I got to get someone over the top. And, I mean, Jaron Curse had a lot of penalties this year. I think he might be the most penalized on the Cowboys defense. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's true stat or not.
I love the qualification.
Who you got, Jordan?
But I still think I'm gonna take the Cowboys.
They about to get boat race 2 weeks in a row.
Oh shit, bro! Do you hear that?
Yeah, he's also a Steelers
fan. Oh, we have shots fired over here. I hear guns going off.
This is my first question.
You gotta believe in something this year, right?
You're right. I sure do. All right, you got the Broncos versus the Patriots.
Broncos.
Oh, we got a triple header. God, no, it's a Sunday. That makes sense. It's a triple header Sunday. Sunday games. So you got the first game at noon on Christmas Day. You got the Chiefs versus the Raiders.
Chiefs.
Monday. I kept hearing you say Sunday, and I was like,
I know, that's what I thought he said too. I was like, what?
I thought Christmas. Did I say Sunday?
Yeah.
You did say Sunday.
I thought I said Monday. I'm sorry, Monday. A triple header on Monday. I'm sorry.
It was a triple header. I'm like, there's always a bunch of games Sunday.
Right? I was confused too. I was like, we have 3 games and he's excited?
I thought I said, I'm going to have to rewatch this now. Because I'm like, I thought I said Monday.
I was willing to think I heard it wrong until JT also said Sunday. I was like, all right, well, maybe he's wrong.
JT?
He definitely said Sunday, my man.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I meant Monday. There's a triple header on Christmas Day. So, you got the Chiefs and the Raiders. I'm going to go Raiders.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't think Raiders got it in them 2 weeks ago.
We got Eagles and Giants. I got the Giants.
Eagles.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to take the Eagles, even though they've lost 4 in a row. I guess I'll take the Eagles.
Yeah, boy. Oh, that's a good night game, boy, for real. You got the Niners versus the Ravens.
Ooh.
Let's go Ravens.
Yeah, let's go Ravens. Come on, Ravens.
We're going Niners.
Shut up.
He's like, I don't need the negativity.
To be fair, though, we've been dogging on the Steelers for a while.
First of all, y'all have not been dogging on the Steelers lately. I have. So
I thought I've been doing it like the last 3 or 4 weeks.
No.
I thought I've been talking shit about your
no,
team.
you have not been talking mess about my team. No, you're not. I will not give you that glory of talking mess about my team when your team. No, just me.
I mean, I hysterically laughed at your team earlier. You did look like that.
You don't even reply in a doggone group chat. When I don't call you. You don't even answer the phone. Know why? Know why? When I need to be, you don't even answer. I got to call Jordan ass to get out of all this, the anxiety that the Steelers put me through on week in and week out. They have to put me under so much anxiety, and I have to beat the Jordan.
And you wonder why I don't answer the phone.
You asked the phone. You asked the phone because your team sucked too.
Yeah, the Colts are pretty bad. They're not great.
What are you talking about? The Colts ain't that bad.
Yeah, they're not great.
So,
They fucked it there. They messed up Andrew Luck. He was so injured.
they just hurt. Anyway.
He did. He should have slid in a lot of instances.
All right, then. Well, that's it. Y'all got anything else?
You know what? Just I don't know if JT you've seen it, Aaron, but you probably have. How do you feel about what Cam was saying about quarterbacks?
I don't know if I saw it or not. Well, can you just reiterate what he said?
They were talking about basically the MVP race, and Cam was basically saying some of the quarterbacks that are putting in the MVP race, he was like, I don't feel like y'all are game changers, y'all are game managers. And a lot of people got up in arms. They're like, oh, those are really good quarterback and all that. They can't, and a lot of people took shot at Cam specifically, which was ridiculous for how good of a career he's had.
Yeah, I have to agree with Cam because I feel like Jalen Hurts more manages the game than he does run the game.
He's not.
That's just my opinion.
He's not an MVP candidate. He was talking about Dak. It was Brock and somebody else. Was it Jalen? Maybe it was Jalen. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jalen's third right now in the MVP. It's literally the way you just listed them. That's the list that it is. It's literally Brock Purdy is number 1, Dak Prescott is number 2, and Jalen Hurts is number 3. Or, no, I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts is not number 3. The running back for the 49ers is number 3. Jalen Hurts is number 4.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey is number 3 right now, and Jalen Hurts is number 4.
To be honest, he should be number 1.
He should be number 1. He is having a ridiculous year.
He should be number 1.
And you saw it happen whenever he went out, and guess what? The 49ers lost.
Exactly.
I mean, he went out and like 3 other people went with him, but yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm with JT on this one. You don't hear me say that often.
The way it's put out there sounded like he got injured and everybody else was like, if he ain't playing, I ain't playing.
So, but yeah. He was talking about because he was talking about game changers and people on ESPN and other platforms, specifically ESPN, was talking about how they took personal attacks at him about because of his current status. They forgot that Cam was a MVP in this league. He was a rookie. When he was a rookie, he threw for over 4,000 yards and had double digits rushing and double digits touchdowns with a low interception rate. And none of these quarterbacks except Dak has ever won Rookie of the Year. And now one of them haven't even got close to sniffing MVP. They shouldn't even sniff it this year because Christian McCaffrey should win it. But they took personal shots because he got his podcast and they were talking about how he dressed and what he doing now. Cam making money. People don't realize Cam still living off his rookie check. And then he got paid again when he re-signed for another $100 million. And he living out that too. Plus his podcast is doing really, really, really good, man. So But he, if anybody, just like Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, because those other two quarterbacks was in the news too, talking about stuff dealing with the NFL. Also, could say what the hell they want to say, because even though Ben hasn't won an MVP like the other two, Ben has won 2 Super Bowls, and he has been a top 2-3 quarterback in this league. And he is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Period. So, yeah.
Regardless of what he did to that woman. But I have to
I'm
say
ending
that
this
I don't
video.
feel like dead.
Y'all have a good night. I gotta go put my baby bed. Y'all have a good one. Good night. I end the video call and then.